So this is my latest push and biceps day that I did. Starting off here, we have an incline chest press machine. I usually start with an incline movement because I want to develop my upper chest more. However, if you wanted to switch this for a flat press and then do your incline movement after, that's perfectly fine. Again, with these videos, I'm going to be showing one set. However, I do 2 sets for everything. I don't know what's up with my eyes right here. I'm looking crazy, but pushing myself hard, trying to go to failure or close to failure on all of these. Really focusing on driving upwards as much as I can. Slow and controlled on the way down, focusing on my breathing, and I can't get that last rep there, so try to control the eccentric on the way down still. Now onto the flat press machine. In hindsight, I might have set this up so that I was a little bit too elevated. I could have dropped the seat a little bit to line up a little bit more with my armpit, because that's where I usually put the handles at, is armpit level. So going into the next workout, I'm gonna make sure I focus on that. Otherwise though, pretty clean, solid reps. The chest is an area that I'm really trying to work on, and so I'm really pushing. I put a lot of emphasis into these. Into biceps here. Again, I do biceps with my chest training, whereas I know a lot of people who do like a push-pull leg split are going to do triceps with their chest training. If you have any questions about that, just leave them in the comments and I can answer why I do that. Preacher curl machine is what we're doing right here. Again, going to or very close to failure. On these, I really like to push myself as hard as I can because I'm trying to develop my arms and chest. Those are kind of the main 2 areas that my split and my focus is on, as I don't really have any issues with leg development and my back isn't too bad. You know, I could definitely use some work, but you can't focus on everything all at the same time, especially if you're natural. It's kind of hard to just develop everything equally, so I'm putting more emphasis into certain areas. This is going to be the last movement that I did that I recorded. I did do rear delts, however I didn't get that recorded, so just keep that in mind. I do that after my chest movements, before my bicep movements. However, wherever you want to put that's perfectly fine. Hammer curls, again, going to be the last movement of the day. I like these because I'm targeting the long head comparative to the preacher curl being more short head. However, they're also just fun for me, and so that's why I throw them in. I just enjoy doing them, although I can't get past this 35-pound mountain that I'm on. It's insurmountable. I'm trying to get up to 40s, but that's where I'm at right now. But into the car talk. Morning lift done and cardio, and I wanted to kind of do a status report on that, as well as talk a little bit about what else you do in the day after your workout in order to maximize what you do in the gym. So I got 45 minutes on the treadmill done. I usually change the speed or incline just depending on the day, how much I'm feeling. And then I did a push and biceps day. If you have questions about my split, just comment down below and I can answer them. But the thing that matters now after my workout, it's 9 in the morning, is what else am I gonna do in order to maximize the growth from what I just did? You know, I don't wanna do a workout and then it all be for nothing because the rest of my day I just do things that are going to completely go against muscle building or recovery, right? So what you do outside of the gym is debatably more important than in the gym. You have to train hard, obviously, otherwise, you know, if you're not training, you're not gonna get any results. But past that, it's really just the process of growth and recovery that you really need to focus on. So I had a pre-workout meal of easily digestible carbs, as well as some protein and fruit. I usually do like parfaits in the morning. They're just easy to make and they taste good and they work well for what I'm trying to do in terms of macronutrients. And now post-workout, I'm gonna go home and have a protein shake, a little bit of caffeine in it. It's like a coffee protein shake, one of those like boxed ones. And after that, I'm going to work, get some more walking done, and then for lunch and dinner, it's gonna be, you know, focusing predominantly on protein intake, trying to get my 1 gram per pound of body weight in the day. Again, trying to get 10,000 steps if I can, because I only have 5,000, almost 6,000 right now. Treadmill's not gonna do it for me. You know, only 45 minutes on there, that's not enough to get 10,000 per day. And since I'm trying to cut, I'm trying to lose weight, I wanna up my steps in order to lose weight. Now, can I just eat less calories? Yeah, but I'm pretty hungry as a person in general. I am very food driven. So I'd rather burn a little bit more so I can eat a little bit more and still lose weight. So for you, what would this look like then for the rest of your day? Like I said,
I'm going to be working on hitting my protein, so that's what you should be focusing on predominantly. If you have goals of bulking or cutting, doesn't matter, make sure you're hitting your protein goal outside of the gym. And then recovery is important. Now, recovery can look like sitting on the couch and doing nothing for the rest of the day. If you're super tired, maybe you need to take a nap or whatever else, but there also is such thing as active recovery, which is still promoting blood flow to the muscle, circulating blood as much as you can in order to recover faster. So I'm sure you've been on a plane ride or a long car ride or whatever else, and you're sitting for a long time, and then when you stand up or you move again, you just feel like crap. You're like, geez, I can't even move right now. My body just feels stiff. We kind of want to avoid that because that's kind of going in the way of our recovery, as we're not really promoting blood flow. So active recovery can look like, if you're sitting down doing work a lot like I am for what I do with fitness coaching, it's a lot of just sitting at a desk, managing clients and, making programs, videos, stuff like that. So I try and intermittently stand up in between or, go for a little walk. Even post meals, you can do that to help digestion. And so that might be something that can help you. Otherwise, making sure that your other macronutrients are in check, other, ones like your carbohydrates and your fats, those need to be managed. You don't want to be overdoing or underdoing either of those. Fats are important when it comes to your hormone health, and testosterone is a hormone, and that's going to help a lot when it comes to muscle growth. So you don't want to cut those fats too low. Even if you're on a cut, you don't really want to tank those. Obviously, there are some exceptions. If you're going for a bodybuilding prep, it's kind of hard when you're in those last couple weeks to not have the fats be pretty low, but that's a short-term, very acute part of your year as a lifter. And so I don't really, count that as, bad, because it's necessary for your end goal. But if you're just, like the rest of the year, having zero fats, you're going to have issues putting on muscle, and you're going to have issues with other areas of your life. Libido, even just like daily drive in terms of just like motivation. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Energy. Same thing for carbohydrates. I mean, that's the main fuel source for our workouts is carbohydrates. We need to make sure that we have enough glucose and glycogen in our body in order to contract muscle. As much as creatine is, the energy source for ATP, how we fuel that is going to be through carbohydrates in the grand scheme of our workouts, right? I'm getting kind of sciencey here, but regardless, all of the macronutrients are important. And so no matter what type of diet you're on, you need to manage them. And that can either be through working with someone like me, like a fitness coach, or working with someone like a doctor or a dietitian. Those are important. Supplementation can be helpful with that if you're missing micronutrients in your diet, especially, the standard American diet isn't super great when it comes to getting proper micronutrient intake. But the last thing really is just hydration and stress management. Hydration is really easy. I mean, if you can get half a gallon a day, depending on your body weight and size, that's going to be great. And with that, stress management is, huge. I mean, if you're stressed, it's really hard to recover. It's hard to sleep. That impacts everything. Your hunger's out of whack. So as much as it's super easy for me to just say, just don't be stressed, I understand it's a struggle. I'm stressed a lot. I struggle with stress. So it's not something where I'm speaking, from a higher place here. It's something that I need to actually work on. And that's why I'm really saying it, is to myself as a reminder, chill out, dude, So, manage your stress, manage your hydration, your sleep, and your food intake. Because if we don't do that, what are we in the gym for? Obviously, you feel good. You get the feel-good hormones. It keeps you active. But if you're trying to get big, you're trying to lose weight, you got to lift, but then you got to do the stuff outside of the gym too. So that's my kind of take on what the importance is of things outside of the gym, as much as the gym itself is important. So I've been kind of ranting here. Hopefully the workout itself was good. You learned something from it. If you have any questions about it, again, comment down below, or any of the other stuff that I talked about in this whole jumbled mess of a conversation that I've been having here. But comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, or any other questions that you have unrelated to this. I'm happy to answer them all.